So another quick video, everybody. Gosh, the puppies are, what, 6 weeks old now, and just incredible, aren't you, Jennifer, you little precious? She was just in there in the water, and Mr. Fantastic, they're tuckered, because today was a big day, you guys. First of all, I had to take a sick day at work, which really was totally justified. I wasn't so much physically, like with COVID or any illness, is I was just so effing exhausted. I mean, I was flat out emotionally and physically spent when I came home, as much as Lexi does, and it's enormous. I get home and I feel a super duper compulsion to clean, even on top of her already cleaning all the puppy areas. There's just other areas with multiple dogs that need to be cleaned, and Al flew out of here quick, so he wasn't really cleaning. So the cleaning, but then also just massive correspondence and communication, and then getting all my clothes ready for work, and then that's nothing, that's minor, but it was, what was it mostly? It was mostly the cleaning, and again, the compulsion to introduce these guys to new experiences. Like, I just started panicking that, oh my gosh, they haven't been out in the yard yet as a totally loose, just following me around, which is something I do every time. And then on top of it, Asher was having like a little cough, like I think he got something in his tonsils from chasing the ball, because he's had it for about a week, and it was starting to worry me. None of the other dogs have it. Of course, Shaq had a little, so then I was like, well, is it kennel cough? But it doesn't sound anything like kennel cough, and there's Uncle Ashy now, and I don't think it is at all. I think, in fact, I'm certain it isn't, because it's not that gagging. And so they can be as minor as just related to the air quality, which here is moderate, but it was also kind of bad in Oregon, so that's part of it. And an older dog like Shaq, they just can cough quite a bit. But anyway, they all loved their world experience, and so yeah, I just hit the wall. I just kept thinking something's got to give, and I know part of it is I never take sick days, but I just truly, truly needed it. And I felt horrible because I had to cancel students, because I also had a personal day yesterday, which wasn't exactly planned, but I knew I wasn't going to get home from Oregon in time. So anyway, again, I'm very grateful for my job, and I'm probably going to try to add a day after all the puppies leave, just because I do feel bad about it. Right, Steve, is that you? And Steve got in trouble from Lexi because he's Mr. Water Splasher. She said every time she would fill up a bowl, he would just splash it and get it totally down. Hi, Rocket Pocket, and hello, Harley Beauty. I'm give everybody a little look at everybody individually. They're all looking incredibly magnificent. Oh, but my diagnosis after taking these waddles out to the yard is we've never had such fat puppies, and we've had fat puppies. So it's time for a diet, Diana. Look at her hiccuped, and she was one of the fattest of all. She went out there and just barely could walk. She played a bit, but then she went, well, look at her eye. It looks like a little bit, maybe I better make sure. One of the hazards of being outside is they can get a little bite or something. I might want to flush that with a little bit of Genteel. But anyway, yeah, she went out there, and she and Loki, the two smallest puppies, are actually the fattest. And Lexi did do a worm treatment, which I never ever used to do, and I don't think we wormed our last 2 litters. I think maybe we did Daisy's, only because these 2 puppies that once came to us, they had worms, and they were here for, 6 weeks, or not even like 3 weeks. And so ever since then, I've been a little paranoid, but we never used to worm the puppies. But anyway, Lexi saw no worms, and yeah, they definitely don't have worms. I don't think they have like way too much. So I'm talking to Lexi and Jace about we need to cut their food down. You can't really see from the video a little bit, because look at Mr. Fantastic. He's a fat one too. You guys are too fat. And so a little fat on puppies is great. I love it, but not this much fat. Like, they're rollers, and they were having a hard time running compared to my other puppies, but they were following me really good. It's about nap time again, I think. So I'll let everybody take a great nap. And yeah, as you can see, I made this whole porch now for them, which I usually do about this time. Sometimes I wait a little longer, but anyway, they're all doing magnificent, and I'm doing great now after I was like literally doing terribly. And then I went out and went to, and I forgot to tell you all, but I wiped out at the show, which was somewhat hilarious. But I mean, I know I fall all the time, and I realized it's not any different. I always used to almost fall all the time too, because I go at such a fast pace. The difference is my balance used to catch me. The amount I'm almost falling is no different. It's just following through. But I will say, some lady that was only 20 years old fell on the same spot that I did at the show, and then also a dog wiped out. They had been grooming in an area they weren't supposed to be grooming, on a floor that was like a bowling ball. But it may be a product of my age that I think, am I telling you guys this story the second time? But anyway, the bottom line is I'm totally fine, but I tweaked out my back a little, so I went in for a massage too. So it was a true sick day, and that I was physically and mentally exhausted, but it was kind of more of a mental health day, that I feel so much better now. And I'm afraid if I didn't take that, I would have needed like the entire week next week off. So now I'm good to go. And you puppies are going to be leaving pretty soon, which is sad. Oops, oh gosh. No, go easy on him. That's little Loki, and he's normally so gentle. Those two are both such sweeties. Oh, Jennifer, you coming to see what's going on? All right, say bye, everybody.